Coming up next, high school volleyball on your sports leader in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
And the first serve of the junior varsity match, game number 1, goes to Cleveland Heights. Cleveland Heights in the dark uniforms, black uniforms, trimmed in white and gold, and the Lorain Titans are in the blue uniforms. They are trimmed, blue jerseys, blue shorts. They are trimmed in white. First point of the match will go to Cleveland Heights. They lead it by a score of 1-0 here in game number 1. For the junior varsity for Lorain, it's Alexis Wells, Kayla Colon, Sierra LeBron, Marlena Colon, Layla Carrion, and Norre Clark are the starters. That serve out of bounds. We are tied at 1, and serving was Ashante Sears. Destiny Avery, Ashante Sears, Lexi Dolman, Darrell Silver. Some of the starters for Cleveland Heights. We'll get to the other young ladies as soon as we see their numbers out there. And there's a point for Cleveland Heights as they are able to send it over on the third hit. Lorain can't control it. It's 2-1. Cleveland Heights leads JV game number 1 just underway. Paris Colbert is starting for Cleveland Heights. And serving is Amanda Murray. She is the other starter. Heights puts it over on the third hit. There's the set by Layla Carrion. Set back over to the Cleveland Heights Tigers with the kill attempt there with Sierra LeBron. It's dug out nicely by the Tigers. Carrion with another set for LeBron, and it is blocked into the net. And the point will go to Cleveland Heights. They lead at 3-1. Junior varsity for Lorain and Chantil Jackson, head coach. They are 13-5 this year, undefeated in Lake Erie League play. And the junior varsity for Cleveland Heights, they are 4-8 unofficially. Chantil Jackson knew her record, knew that they were 13-5, and hitting into the net for Lorain is Alexis Wells. Cleveland Heights leads early on 4-1, and the Tigers look pretty good early on here, Coach.
Yeah, they it looks like a pretty nice team. They got some decent height, and we'll see how they do on the serving.
Joe, I talked to about 17 coaches on the phone today, so forgive me for that. But Joe, right now everybody's coach. With the set are the Tigers. They send it over. Carry on with the set. Middle of the front row. The spike attempt, it is good for Lorain, and that is Norre Clark. So Norre Clark with the point. Lorain leads 4-2. And going back to serve is Sierra LeBron.
Yeah, no problem, Rob. I've been called many things.
Yes.
Including coach.
I've called you worse than that. Sierra LeBron.
Yeah, I think you called me Bob one time.
Wow, Bob, I didn't say that. That was your boss, Joe Bach. The spike attempt, and that is going to be long, out of bounds. Marlena Colon put a little too much on it. 5-2, Cleveland Heights leads. Substitution for Cleveland Heights. Darielle Silver back in, coming out to Nasia Hauser. So Silver will come in to serve. She's a junior. Senior night here at Lorain. The freshman won in 2 games, 25-13, 25-20. Spike attempt is going to be long, hitting that too far and out of bounds for Lorain is Kayla Colon. And it's 6-2 Cleveland Heights. JV will end the season Thursday night at Maple Heights. Coach Jackson telling me the JV's a big goal of theirs is to finish undefeated in the Lake Erie League. With the spike attempt, that one is good. Nice job, Norre Clark. 6-3 Cleveland Heights. Substitutions for Lorain, the JVs, Michaela Cruz and Gabby Amador come in. Serving will be Amador. She's a sophomore. Amador with a good line drive serve, dug out nicely by Cleveland Heights. They're going to send it over on the third hit, and hitting that over is Ashante Sears, but hit it out of bounds wide, and it's 6-4. Cleveland Heights lead is down to 2. Middle of the front row, Lexi Dolman sends it back over to the Titans. Again, it is played now by the Titans. And hitting it into the net on the third hit is Kayla Cologne, and it's 7-4 Cleveland Heights. So Cleveland Heights to serve, and it will be Lexi Dolman. She's a sophomore for Coach Denise Johnson. Excellent serve that Sierra LeBron did a nice job of digging that one out, Joe. That was not easy to do. And they go into the net, and that point will go to Cleveland Heights. But a good job by LeBron, who was trying to dig out that very difficult serve. And serving for Cleveland Heights, it's going to be Lexi Dolman again. Hits that one into the net, just goes over to the Lorain side. Great job by Carry-On, who was able to stay with it and play it back to the Tigers. And Lorain gets the point, and give the credit that time, Layla Carry-On. She stayed with that line drive serve that stayed on the top of the net and fell to the Lorain side. She did a good job of staying with that, Joe.
Yeah, those are some of the worst ones because it changes the trajectory and the speed and just everything. Those.
Kayla Cologne serving it for Lorain. Back to the Titans side. Carry-On with the set. Here comes the spike attempt. That is dug out by the Tigers, but it's out of bounds. Point to Lorain, and with the good kill, Marlena Cologne. And Lorain creeping back into game one. They now trail at 8-6. Serve. And putting it, they can't get it over on the third hit for Cleveland Heights was Destiny Avery. So the Titans are within one. And it's Kayla Cologne, the left-handed freshman, serving. And that one goes into the seats here at Lorain, and we're tied at 8. So we're going to get a timeout for Cleveland Heights, their first timeout of game number one. We are tied at 8. Cleveland Heights has led the entire way, other than our ties, at 1 and at 8. But after the biggest lead was 6-2 and 8-4, it was 8-4 Cleveland Heights. Lorain on a 4-0 run, and that has precipitated the timeout to be taken by the Cleveland Heights Tigers.
Yeah, JV's on a very nice season this game and then Thursday, and if they can pull them both out, they'll have an undefeated league record, which is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, head coach Chantel Jackson, being assisted by Cheryl Bancic, telling us that before the game, that that's a big goal to try to finish undefeated. We want to remind all the viewers that coming up this Friday, WLCS TV 20, which you're watching right now, will have the Lorain Titan varsity football as the Titans travel to Maple Heights to take on the Mustangs. Bob Schlumbaker will do all the hard work because Joe Bach will be on assignment, and they'll get a couple of announcers and have the Titans and the Mustangs. Point for Lorain. Titans take their first lead of game one, Joe, 9-8.
Yeah, it'll be Jay Ferguson and yet to be determined analyst.
You can't find anyone who wants to work with Jay?
There's a couple people, but I wanted to offer it to one person first because he said he wanted to do it, but I haven't checked my emails yet. It's been a busy day.
Left side of the front row, digging that out, are the Titans. Did a nice job from the middle of the front row, putting that one straight down. Michaela Cruz, 10-8 Titans. Joe, they're on a 6-0 run.
Yeah, just what they needed here.
Yes.
Cologne serving up very nice here.
There's a deep one that goes off of a couple of Cleveland Heights Tigers. Paris Colbert couldn't pass it ahead. It's 11-8, 7-0 run. This is kind of how the freshman game went, where it was very close early, and then the Lorain freshmen were able to pull away each game. Let's see if the JVs can do the same. Hitting it over on the third hit is Ashante Sears for Cleveland Heights. There's the set at the net, and a cross-court spike is good by Michaela Cruz. 12-8 Lorain.
Well, how many in a row is that for Kayla?
That is 8 straight points.
Wow.
So, yes, so serving very, very well is Michaela Cologne. And there's another one as it goes off from the back row of Darielle Silver. 13-8 Lorain. So a 9-0 point run, 9 consecutive points for the Titans. Serve is going to be sent ahead to the Titans and hit too far, and the Titans, I don't think they anticipated that. And Layla Carrion, it went over her head and just in front of the defense. 13-9, and that ends a very impressive 9-0 run.
Yeah, very nice serving run there for Cologne.
Yes. As Joe's right, number 6, Michaela Cologne with those serves. And a point for the Tigers is, again, a miscommunication on the defense.
Oh, that was 2 who was serving.
So it's 13-10. Oh, Kayla Cologne, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Kayla Cologne was serving. You're right, Joe. I was still thinking about you being on assignment this weekend, missing the game. Middle of the front row, the spike attempt is going to be good, and that is for Amanda Murray for Cleveland Heights. It's 13-11, 3-0 run by Cleveland Heights.
Reminiscent of the freshman game, back and forth here.
Sent over for the Tigers. We're going to get a point for the Tigers again.
Nice
4
dig.
straight. 13-12. Middle of the front row, the set. LeBron puts it back over to the Tigers side. And hitting it over is Amanda Murray back to the Titans. And the spike attempt is going to be long that time and out of bounds. Marlena Cologne put a little too much on it. We are tied at 13, game 1. And we have, again, have another tie at 13. 5 consecutive points for Cleveland Heights. And that serve is out of bounds. That will end that run, and it will give the point and the lead and the serve all back to Lorain. They lead 14-13. Serve that time for Lorain by Marlena Cologne is good, as Cleveland Heights are unable to play it. 15-13 Titans. Hitting it over is Sierra LeBron, and the point goes for Lorain. They lead 16-13. So the Titans with a 16-13 lead. Serve is dug out, sent over on the third hit by the Tigers. With the set is Carrion, and the kill attempt by LeBron dug out nicely by Silver. Sent over by the Tigers. Amanda Murray on the third hit. And the middle of the front row, the spike, and that is going to be good. Just on the line and in, Michaela Cruz. So this battle of runs continues. Sometimes volleyball goes like that. The latest, a 4-0 run for Lorain. They lead 17-13. We've been tied at 1, at 8, and at 13, and an ace off an excellent serve by Marlena Cologne. And Joe, every time the Tigers get close, the Titans have the answer so far.
Yeah, they've had a couple nice runs here once Cleveland Heights has closed the gap. Let's see if we can close it out here.
Good deep serve, and that's going to be a point, as unable to pass that one. It might have gone out of bounds, but we won't know. Lexi Dolman tried to save it, could not, and another timeout for Cleveland Heights, their second of the game. We were tied at 1, at 8, and at 13. Lorain had an impressive 9-0 run off the serves of Kayla Cologne to come back from trailing 8-4 to take a 13-8 lead, but immediately following that, Cleveland Heights had a 5-0 run to tie this match at 13, and since then, 6 consecutive points from Lorain. They lead it by a score of 19-13. In our freshman games a little bit earlier, it was Lorain in 2 games over Cleveland Heights, 25-13 and 25-20. Following the timeout, serving it into the net is Marlena Kolonen. That point goes to Cleveland Heights and ends a 6-0 run for Lorain. They still lead by 5, 19-14, and now serving will be Destiny Avery. Avery with the serve. Dug out from the back row by the Titans. The set for Sierra LeBron. Her spike attempt is dug out by the Tigers, and getting it over on the third hit, they're able to do it. Carry on with the set. And the spike is going to be Markayla Cruz. Tigers get to it, battle at the net. Titans have it, carry on instead of the set. We'll send it back to the Tigers. Middle of the front row, the kill is going to be dug out nicely by the Titans. And again, Markayla Cruz sends it back to the Tigers. One of the better rallies of this game. LeBron puts it into the net. It is blocked right back at her. Ashante Sears with a point. Tigers trail by 4, and Joe, that might have been the best rally of the match.
Yeah, I think so.
19-15 Titans. Carry on. It's dug out nicely by the Tigers, and they put it right where there wasn't a Titan. Lexi Dolman.
Yep, right at the 10-foot line. A big hole there, and Cleveland Heights found it and closed the gap to 3.
19-16. Tigers trail by 3. To the back row for the Titans. Carry on. Sets LeBron. LeBron puts it in front of the defense. 20-16 Titans. And checking back in for the Lorain Titans, we have Noré Clark coming in for Gabby Amador. Alexis Wells, who is the libero, sends it back over to the Tigers. Again, it's Wells to carry on in the middle of the front row, and it's put down nicely by Noré Clark. 21-16 Titans. Coming in for Cleveland Heights, Nasia Hauser, a freshman. Wells serves it into the net. Point goes to the Tigers. It's 21-17. This is game 1. Titans lead 21-17. You must win by 2. Games go to 25. For the freshmen and the JVs, you play 2 games out of 3. For the varsity, it's 3 of 5. Alexis Wells puts it back to the Tigers side, and Tigers put it straight down for the point. It's Nasia Hauser, 21-18. Set. LeBron, middle of the front row. It's dug out nicely by the Tigers. Wells back to carry on. Third hit, LeBron hits it back to the Tigers. Tigers with the set, with the spike attempt. Unable to do so was Amanda Murray. She hit it into the net. Point Titans. The Titans lead 22-18. Oh, a beautiful cross-court hit. It inbounds, and getting that point was Ashante Sears. What a difficult angle, and she gets a little bit lucky, Joe. Cleveland Heights cuts the lead to 3, and they have the serve. That was a heck of a play. 22-19, serving is Amanda Murray. Murray, a junior, serving it for the Titans. A battle at the net, and it's going to go to the Lorain Titans. Is unable to come up with it. For Cleveland Heights was Lexi Dolman. 23-19. Titans are 2 points away from the first game. And serving is sophomore Sierra LeBron. LeBron's good deep serve. And it's going to be sent over on the third hit by Lexi Dolman. Carry on with the set just off the top of the net, back to the Tigers side. LeBron digs it out for carry on. The set. Right side of the front row, sending it over is Kayla Cologne, and it's a point for the Titans, and we're at game point. Game number 1, game point. The Titans lead by 5, and a substitution for Cleveland Heights. Checking back in is Darielle Silver. Line drive serve, and it goes out of bounds. Point to the Titans, and they win game 1, 25-19. So game 1 for the junior varsity goes to the Lorain Titans. They win at 25-19. We'll take this time out. We'll be back with game number 2. Lorain wins game 1, 25-19. You're watching girls junior varsity volleyball on WLCS TV 20 home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Game number 2 set to get underway. It'll be Layla Carrion, a freshman, serving for Lorain as we begin the second game. Lorain won the first game of the JV 25-19. They're looking for the 2-game sweep. Carrion with the first serve, and we're back underway. Tigers send it back to the Titans side. From the middle of the front row, sending that over is Norah Clark. Set for Kayla Colon. Sends it back to Sierra LeBron. She gets the spike down, and Lorain leads 1-0. So it's Alexis Wells, who's the libero, also Layla Carrion, Sierra LeBron, Kayla Colon, in this Marlena Colon to begin the second game for the Lorain Titans. And a good job by the Titans getting the point, sending that over that time was Marlena Colon, 2-0 Titans. Titans and the Tigers. I think your nicknames need to be a little different than that, Joe. I'm just saying. Carry on, second one, sends it over. It's an ace, 3-0 Titans. I mean, they both begin with a T, they both end with an S, they're both 6 letters, they both begin T-I. I mean, are you following me here, Joe? Or,
I am, yeah.
I didn't know if you were feeling my pain or not.
Sure.
Yeah, right. Thanks, buddy. Layla Carrion to serve. Deep serve. It will be sent over to the Titans. Wells plays it, and she was back there along with Marlena Colon, and they could not get it past the head. So that's the first point of game 2 for Cleveland Heights. It's now 3-1, and serving for Heights is Ashante Sears, who's a sophomore. Sears dug out by Alexis Wells, the set by Carrion. Back row, unable to hit it into the net. Again, we have the young ladies come together in Wells and Cologne, and it's 3-2. Lorain leads by 1. Carrion with the set, middle of the front row. The spike attempt is going to be good. Left-handed spike is the freshman Kayla Cologne, and Joe, that was set up very well, and it's 4-2 Titans.
Yeah, excellent play. Some nice back row play, nice serving, and some great net play.
4-2 Lorain. Sierra LeBron to serve for the junior varsity Titans. LeBron is a sophomore, and that serve goes into the crowd, is unable to pass it ahead as Ashante Sears. 5-2 Titans. Titans scored the first 3 points of game 2 and haven't looked back. Server hits the ceiling, it goes out of bounds, point to Lorain, and it's 6-2. And we're going to get an early timeout in game number 2 from junior varsity coach Denise Johnson of Cleveland Heights. Her team down 6-2, and Joe, it looks like the Titans are focused to try to get a 2-game sweep here for the JVs, much like the varsity, or much like the freshmen did a little earlier.
That would be real nice. I know a lot of people anticipating the senior night activities, the balloons and the gifts and the things being their last home game here.
Are you getting me some balloons or gifts, or what? You know, I don't.
Yeah, that's right. It's your last home game.
Is that coming?
Here.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm sure Bob Schlumbaker went out and bought me a couple of nice gifts.
Yeah, a nice box of chocolate.
6-2 in game 2. Lorain leads. The Titans won the first game 25-19. In that first game, they really benefited from a 9-0 run, and then later on a 6-0 run that helped them get the lead and then maintain the lead. And there's another ace on the serve by Sierra LeBron. Sometimes you take a timeout, Joe, to kind of, break that rhythm of the server But LeBron comes right following the timeout and gets another ace.
Yeah, it didn't break her concentration at all.
No, but sometimes that will happen. And 7-2, Lorain leads here in game number 2. LeBron to serve. Chantil Jackson, the head JV coach, along with Cheryl Bancic, her assistant. And there's another point, as unable to pass it ahead was Ashante Sears from the back row. It's 8-2. Anytime you have those line drive serves, Joe, that go to the back row, it makes it difficult. Now Sarah Haig, the libero, comes in for Cleveland Heights to the back row to try to help out. And they hit it right at Haig, and it goes off of her and out of bounds. Point for Lorain. They lead 9-2. 6-0 run for the Titans. If the junior varsity can win tonight and then on Thursday, they'll finish the Lake Erie League undefeated at 12-0.
Quite a feat.
Yes. That time the Titans get the job done at the net. That's Norray Clark who put it straight down. It's 10-2 Lorain. Titans look very focused here in game 2, Joe.
Yeah, not wasting any time, just taking it right to him.
LeBron with a deep serve, that a little too much on it. And that ends the run with a missed serve. It's 10-3, but an excellent job,
run.
Sierra LeBron, and that was a 7-0 run for Lorain. And a substitution coming in to serve is Amanda Murray. She's a junior. So Amanda Murray to serve for Cleveland Heights. Gets it over. Wells digs it out for Lorain. Carry on with the set, and Cologne put it too deep. It's 10-4. The point goes to Cleveland Heights.
I looked into me.
Oh, he said in. I'm sorry.
It did. It looked like it was into me.
Well, you're right. I'm wrong. I stand corrected.
No,
it's 11-3.
The up judge called it out, and he conferred with the line judge and conferred with me, and I told him it was in.
There you go. Well, I'm not going to look at the judges anymore, Joe. If you could just call them in or out for the audience, that'd be great.
Oh, absolutely.
11-3. That serve, a good deep serve by Amador, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Cleveland Heights. Point, and Heights now trailing 11-4. But Cleveland Heights with a lot of work to do, Joe, down 11-4, and it'll be Darielle Silver, the junior, to serve. She hits it into the net. That gives Lorain a point. The Lorain Titans lead 12-4. And game 2 is quickly getting away from the Tigers. And Kayla Cologne, the freshman, will serve.
Yeah, she had a nice run in game 1.
Yes, she did. She had that 9-0 run on those serves that Joe's talking about. She serves the first point here, dug out. It is set and then sent right back over to the Titans side, and Cleveland Heights gets the point. They weren't able to dig it out. Layla Carry-On diving, trying to get that point, could not do so. It's 12-5. Tigers with the serve, trailing by 7. And serving now is Lexi Dolman. Dolman, excellent serve. Good job of that time, Kayla Cologne. Gets it back to Sierra LeBron. Point goes to the Titans. And that all started with the return of Kayla Cologne on that serve receive. 13-5 Titans. And that serve is just out long. Cleveland Heights gets the point. It's 13-6. Was another close one, Joe. I should have went to you instead of looking at the back judge there. Serve goes off the top of the net over to the Lorain side. Sierra LeBron hits it over on the third hit, back to the Tigers. Set up to the left side of the front row. Sending it over is Destiny Avery for Carry-On. LeBron in the middle of the front row puts it down, and I'm sorry, that was Michaela Cruz from the middle of the front row, who's standing right next to Sierra LeBron. 14-6 Titans by 8. Substitutions for Lorain. Coming in to serve is Alexis Wells. Also coming in, Norray Clark to the front row. Carry-On. Back to LeBron. Set middle of the front row, and we got a whistle at the net, and we had the Lorain Titans into the net, and that point will go to Cleveland Heights, and they cut the lead to 14-7. Cleveland Heights with a long way to go here, Joe, down 1-0 and down in game 2, 14-7. On senior night, which if Lorain wins it in 2 games, we'll have a quick wrap after this game, and we'll have the senior night festivities as we'll get set for the varsity match. And we're talking about, again, they're looking at the young ladies, make sure they're on the right position on the court. I think we're back to getting underway. 14-7 Titans. Serving it as Wells, digging it out. Carry on, sends it over to the Tigers. Middle of the front row, the hit goes back to Wells. Over to Carry On for the set, and the spike attempt is good. Lorain Clark slams it home, and it's 15-7 Titans.
There you go again. And T's.
Thanks, Joe.
And S's.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it, but thanks for reminding everybody. Layla Carry On. You're making me miss Bob all of a sudden. Layla Carry On.
Glad to hear that.
Hey, in 3 games, believe me, 3 different matches, you're going to hear a lot of mistakes tonight.
Oh, you do fine.
Tried to keep these names straight, 3 matches. Oh, my goodness. From the back row, setting that out of bounds for Cleveland Heights, a little too far, was Mariah Smedley. And it's 16-7. Lorain leads. And it's Layla Carry On, a freshman, to serve. Boy, the amount of good young players in this Lorain program, Joe, I think it bodes well for the future. 17-7. You've got a lot of freshmen playing up at this JV level.
And our freshman team, even with a lot of freshmen playing up, has still been very competitive this year.
13-3 with the win earlier tonight. So, you know, this program is a deep one, and it should be good for a long time. 17-7 Titans. Left side of the front row, sending that over, is Darielle Silver. Sierra LeBron sends it right back to the Tigers. And Carry On diving to get to that one. She'll send it over on the 3rd hit, and it's just wide out of bounds. Point to Cleveland Heights. 17-8 Lorain leads game 2. Well, the freshmen swept Cleveland Heights 25-13, 25-20. Junior varsity looking to do the same thing. They won the first game 25-19. We get a call and a whistle against Lorain going into the net. Point to the Cleveland Heights Tigers. They trail 17-9. Tigers, long way to go to climb back into this one. And it's Ashante Sears to serve. And they're going to be able to do so as Kayla Colon had to go off of her arm and then off of Marlena Colon. They couldn't play it at 17-10 Lorain. Point to the Titans. They lead 18-10. So serving for the Lorain Titans, it'll be Sierra LeBron. Her team out in front, 18-10. Senior night festivities will begin as soon as we're done with this match. Serve to the back row for Cleveland Heights. Sending it over on the 3rd hit. Good job by Sears. Set by Carry On, left side of the front row. Kill very well. Cleveland Heights trying to get to it on 3 hits. Could not do so. 19-10 Lorain. And an excellent job on that spike by Marlena Colon. Now Sierra LeBron to serve. Tigers play it at the net. Lorain Clark gets the point for the Titans. They lead 20-10. So the Titans have doubled them up here in game number 2. LeBron with a serve. It's an ace. 21-10 Titans. And the JVs, if they can finish this one off and then go to Maple Heights and win on Thursday, they would finish Lake Erie League play undefeated this year. Serve is out of bounds long. It's 21-11. Titans lead by 10. Substitution for Lorain coming in is Angelica Patterson. We saw her in the freshman game. So Patterson getting some JV time here in the back row. Her team up by 10. Serving is Amanda Murray for Cleveland Heights. Murray gets it to Wells. The set for carry on. Left side of the front row. The spike attempt just coming in is Seven Townsend, who we saw in the freshman match earlier. The set for Wells from the back row. She sends it off of a Tiger and out of bounds. Point to Lorain. 22-11 Titans. Joe, the Titans led it 3-0. Then the Cleveland Heights got 2 straight points to make it 3-2, and Lorain basically ended any doubt with a 7-0 run off of the serves of Sierra LeBron to go up 10-2.
Yeah, they've really dominated this game.
And from that point on, at least to this point, really the only question has been what will the final score be? 23-11. Lorain 2 points away from the match. Again, we'll have a quick wrap-up after this game, and we'll tell you more about the JVs during our varsity game coming up later. But we've got to have a quick wrap-up after this one because it's senior night. And we don't want you to miss any of that. Carry on. Plays it over to Kayla Colon. Across court spike is out of bounds. Michaela Cruz. That point goes to Cleveland Heights, and Heights trails 23-12. Serving is Darielle Silver. Silver back to Patterson. Over to Carry On. And the spike attempt is long. Sending it over Kayla Colon. 23-13. A little mini 2-0 run for the Tigers. Patterson passes it over to the Cleveland Heights side. Now in the middle of the front row, the spike is going to be good, and that time that's Paris Colbert, a sophomore. 3-0 run for Cleveland Heights. They need a lot more of that. Trailing 23-14. And another point for Cleveland Heights, 23-15.
Yeah, we're making it respectable.
Wait, somebody didn't tell Mark Feldman that Michigan is 0-2 in league play. He's over there wearing his Wolverines jacket, Joe. Doesn't Mark Feldman, has he watched any games this year?
Well, maybe he was painting or something and didn't want to get his good clothes dirty.
Another point for Cleveland Heights. Joe, the Tigers are on a 5-0 run here, and we're going to get a timeout for Lorain. You know what? Give Cleveland Heights credit for not backing down. They were down 23-11, a 5-0 run, and they trail 23-16. Mark Feldman, the girls varsity coach for Lorain. We tease from Michigan, so we'd like to tease him about that occasionally. He just walked into the gym sporting his big Michigan jacket. I don't know. You got him over there, Joe?
Sure do.
There's Mark Feldman, the girls varsity basketball coach here at Lorain High School. And Joe, before you know it, it'll be basketball season, and you'll have a lot of the girls games on WLCS TV 20 this year.
Oh, speaking of basketball, I don't know if you know how the Cavs are conducting their tickets this year. They're having a lottery, and I actually, they picked my name and sent me an email, and I got tickets to the Orlando game in November.
Wow.
So it's kind of cool.
Are you going?
Absolutely.
You and Bob?
No.
Third hit sent over, and a point. Sending that over is Seven Townsend. It's match point, 24-16. You know, if I would have won, I would have taken Bob Schlumbaker. I would have been happy to do that.
Oh, I know you would have.
And I would have done it had I won that lottery. I didn't enter the lottery, but coming in to serve is Ariana Bell. She'll try to serve. We saw her in the freshman. Yes. Why is something tells me that the person you're taking might have something to do with you going on assignment this weekend? Cleveland Heights puts it over the Lorain side, and they're going to get the point. And that will send us to match point number 2, and it will give Joe a minute to answer. I think I got a lot with that no comment right there. Lexi Dolman to serve. Match point, junior varsity. Carry on, sends it over.
Nice dig.
Yes, it was a nice dig by Cleveland Heights, and they put it into the net, and that'll do it. Destiny Avery hits it into the net, and Lorain wins in 2, and the match goes 25-19, 25-17. That's going to do it for the junior varsity. The Lorain JVs
remain undefeated.
Yes, they stay undefeated, 11-0 in the league, 14-5 overall. They shake hands. That's going to do it for our coverage of freshman and JV volleyball.
Well, thanks, Rob.
Thank you, Joe. You're watching girls volleyball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.